Do you remember who your first employee was?
Well, I kind of think it was Junior Weiss.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
Junior Weiss?
I couldn't think his first name. Junior Weiss, I
Yeah.
think, was
Harry Weiss Jr.
Harry Weiss Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weiss
and
Jr.
we knew his
He was
dad
a nice guy. And
Dad was. Did you have to worry? I mean, you know, was Harry the sheriff at that time?
yeah, well, yeah, I think he was, yeah.
Yeah. So he probably kept an eye on the place or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably didn't have too much
No.
thievery
No.
back then or whatever and stuff. Do you remember who the first secretary was?
I think it was Shirley, wasn't it?
sure. I think so.
Sister Shirley?
She wasn't working and she wasn't too healthy,
Mm-hmm.
but she could balance the checkbook and go to the bank.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any idea, and this is a far one, do you have any idea who your first customer was? Do you remember who the first person was that came in the door when you opened up?
No, I don't
I know
think
that
so.
I know that might be a tough one. I mean, I've heard you talk about, you know, Archie Carpenter and you know, different people like that, but
I remember this wasn't the first day, but it wasn't just a few days. Ted DeHoss dropped in these big Packards.
Just what I was going to say. I thought he was one of our
yeah,
first customers.
I remember you. Yeah.
And he knew me when I was in the funeral home, you know, and he knew I'd got a bad deal. He says, I'll send all my business to you as much as I can, and hope you make it okay.
Well, that was a good start.
Yeah.
That was a good
And
start.
we sold a lot of gasoline. We didn't. On weekends he went to Barnhart's, but that was all right. We're going to do it.
And to think that to this day, we probably sell his great grandson, I think, tires. It's amazing how who would have thought that would happen and stuff. But do you remember the first brand of gas you sold?
Oh,
Sahaya. Was it Ashland or Sahaya?
no, it was Blue Sunoco when we
Oh,
bought it.
yeah.
Blue Sunoco.
Blue Sunoco, yeah.
But
Okay.
we didn't keep it.
No, not very long at all.
We changed it to Ohio because they had good service. Dale Elliott was be
Yep.
there and take care of us.
Okay. First brand of tires you sold. Do you remember what?
I think it was General. Wasn't it General?
Yeah. Yeah, well, how long was it until you and Ian went to Akron and bought a couple pickup loads down? It was the first week or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had more tires than anybody in town.
I've heard all sorts of stories, but what services did you provide when you first started? I mean, I knew you wash cars and change oil, but what all did you do
Yeah.
about everything?
Pump gas.
Gas. And the retread shop, we got it up and going again.
When did the retread shop actually, when did you guys
Always-
really start the retread shop?
They had the molds and everything there.
Yeah. Oh, I think we capped one day a week, didn't we?
Yeah, one day a week.
We didn't have
Soon
very
after
many.
you started in business, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It was there.
2-in-1s. We did the 2-in-1s in the wintertime, and we couldn't even keep up.
Yeah. But boy, we were looking for other designs pretty quick.
They didn't wear very good, or?
Well,
Oh, okay.
one end they didn't wear well. I almost wrecked a truck one time. Had a new set of teal ones on, and I went after somebody that owed us money.
Almost, okay.
Yeah, almost went around the corner up north of town, and I thought I was going to lose it, but I didn't.
On the first truck we got.
I was going to say, what was the first service truck you had?
Sampson General Tire. We bought that for $700.
What kind was it? Do you remember what it was?
It's a Dodge.
Dodge.
Dodge?
It was a Dodge.
What year would it?
It's probably a 47 or 48, but I don't know.
46,
Your dad's
47.
truck.
Yeah.
Paid $700 for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it had a compressor on.
And your dad had other tools, and
Yeah.
When he brought them down, I signed a note for half of them, and eventually paid him. It waited too long, I think.
How much business did you do the first year? Do you remember?
$80,000 worth the first year.
$80,000.
I still got all those records at the house.
Yeah.
$80,000.
And we doubled it the second
Did you make
year.
any profit the first year?
Yes, we did
A
good.
little, yeah.
A
A
little?
little bit.
The startup costs, I would imagine, weren't probably quite as great as they are now. you know?
We drew $40 each a month.
40
Except when I had to pay interest, then I got an extra $15 to
Yeah.
pay in my interest. We both did.
Did let me let's see what else I was going to ask you. You started retreading. When do you remember when you started? I've heard some stories, but when you started supporting the Holmes County Fair, the 4-H and stuff, you know, I heard you saved some money, but do you remember?
Oh, I think we went down first year, didn't we?
Yep. We right away we
They were selling animals. I mean, at that time already. I mean, the fair.
Well, I don't know if we bought anything the first year, but we had a tent down there, didn't we?
Oh, you had a tent down
oh,
there?
yeah, we had a
Yeah,
tent
and-
down there. That did us good.
Work all day and stayed up 10 o'clock at night down there. Mountain killed us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that helped.
When
gotta
did the third partner come in, Roy? When did you remember what year that was, or how did that come around?
He was in 10 years,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. Was it 56?
Yeah, I was going to say 55 or 56.
It,
And they stayed for 10 years.
it was when one of the tire shops in Worcester was going out of business, Zerkers. And we talked about buying it, needed an extra guy. Never happened.